How do YouTubers market manipulate? I'm sure you've seen an example of this in your past, even if you haven't experienced it personally yourself. A very common thing is you watch a YouTube video, goes over a certain money-making method or guide, and then when you go to do it, it makes nothing the same as what they're making. Not even close.
Round 1, fight!
Or they'll be going over an item that costs them like 100k in the video, yet when you go to buy it, it costs you like 300k to 500k. There's a reason behind that, and this is how YouTubers market manipulate and can potentially make millions of profit. I mean, the reality is no YouTuber actually purposely market manipulates to make profit. It's unlike Elon Musk's son, what's his name? The serial number one. Like AEX12 helicopter, I don't know. It ain't like he's in the game trying to make a profit here, alright? But before we get into the video, I have 2 challenges for you guys. One of these is a challenge that's going to be going on this entire month, and that is, if you guys are able to reach 20,000 subscribers by the end of this month, I'll do a 300 million coin giveaway and a face reveal, meaning you'll be able to see my scrumptious face. God, that sounds like something a grandma would say to me. And besides that, I am out of video ideas and I need some more. So give me your best video ideas in the comments, and if I end up using your video idea for an actual video, I'll give you 10 million coins. It's a win-win situation. Either way, let's get into the video. And before we can actually get into what this is, first we have to stand on a basic level what YouTuber market manipulation is. Basically speaking, it's when anybody uploads a YouTube video about skyblock, and as a result of them uploading that video, prices change. This can be an increase in price, a decrease in price, a method getting worse, a method getting better, whatever it may be. Now, YouTubers can purposely market manipulate or accidentally market manipulate. The second latter is more common, and, you know, you're an accident as well. You understand it. Shit happens. Birth control just wasn't there quite fast enough. But there's 2 types of market manipulation on a basic level. One is going to be the price riser. This is basically speaking where an item shoots up in price because they made a video. Second one, money making method killer. Everyone hates people who do this and blame it so often, even when it doesn't actually do anything. Best example, 30 guys will be doing something, and then everyone will start yelling at him for doing that thing because he ruined their method. It's happened to me a lot. Kind of deserved it, but besides the point. So first, let's understand the price inflator one. For simple analogy, it's you take like an old balloon, you inflate it up till it's better, and release it to the sky, and the price rises and rises and rises until it pops and crashes, or at least comes back down. That's of course your balloon's helium, and it just floats away, never to be seen again. Very similar to your dad. Well, I guess that last analogy wouldn't work. Your dad weighs too much to be floating high in the air. He'd just fall instantly. Either way though, let us get into the price inflator method. For the price inflation, it's very simple. A YouTuber will take an item that isn't really worth a whole lot, and people don't value as good, convince people that it is good, and then as such, the price will increase. And I actually have the perfect example for this. So very recently, this guy, Stunbud, he's a super small YouTuber, he had like 50 subscribers, uploaded a video on how to increase your museum value. Now, why do you want to increase your museum value? Well, so you don't get bullied and made fun of, but you can also use /hex and get invited to the prestigious Shen's auction. And usually you need to put actual items inside the value. But this YouTuber found an item that counted as more value than it was worth. It was being overvalued. Kind of like the houses in the 2008 stock market crash. If you know what that is, you know what that is. If you don't, I recommend you go watch The Big Short. It's a funny movie. But he went over this item, the fish, shrimp the fish, which is gotten from mining end stones. And because of the end update, the price of these guys was like 50k per. They were so insanely cheap, it wasn't rare at all. But when you put them in the museum, they counted for like 7 million coins or something absolutely ridiculous. So he made a video going over it. When he made the video, there were 50,000 coins per, and he had like 32 of them. After the video got uploaded, the price of shrimp the fishes rose up to 3 million coins, then decreased down to around 1.5 million. So a 20 times investment. What even is 20 times? They 10 doubled? I don't know what that is. Octuple double? I don't know. But they increased in value. And if he was a smart person, he would have sold and made a bunch of money. Now, I don't think this YouTuber made this video to make money, but the point still stands. He bought a bunch of items for 50k per, uploaded a video, super small channel. The video happened to pop off. People realized it actually has value, shocker, and then the price went up. Now, this can be done with pretty much any item, even ones that aren't super rare. Now, the 2 criteria that makes it best is have an item that people undervalue and don't think is good at all, and there's not a whole lot of stock of, and then buy and convince people it's worth it. So, for example, shrimp the fish. But this happens with pretty much any item. For example, a while ago with the Juju update or whatever, I believe Swave made a video on Shadow Furies, and Shadow Furies rose up in price. Not a whole lot. It went from like 50 mil to 51 mil. They did still rise up in price. So what affects how high the value increases really comes down to a few factors. 1, how good the YouTuber is able to sell it and convince people that it's a very useful item. 2, the amount of stock of it. If you convince people that diamonds, you can smoke them and makes you happy, it's not going to change in price because they're so easy to get. It might rise a little bit, but not that much. Versus, for example, Shrimp the Fish, which has 0 stock, it shot up in price exponentially, or something in the middle, Shadow Fury, which rose but not by a whole lot. So 1 is stock, 2nd is the amount of views, and 3rd is the amount of convincing you do to make people think it's good. Now, key thing with all these, they all end up coming back down. The price of these items will drop later. They might not reach their original price value, but they will settle down from the peak after the initial excitement. It's kind of like that stupid story plot curve thing they made you do in school. Oh, the rising action. It's rising as they make the video. It reaches a peak after they make the video, and then it starts to slowly drop down, but doesn't reach the beginning again. God, I hated that graph so much, dude. Now let's talk about the second one, and the one that people experience the most, which would be the money-making method killer. So next up we have the money-making method killer. This is the thing that most YouTubers get blamed for. This is where a YouTuber will go over a particular money-making method, and then as such, the money-making method will get worse or more expensive, or not as good. And we like things being as good as possible. So let me just give you an example here. Let's just say I decided to make a video a video on how AFKing glaciites can make you like 20 million coins an hour. I made similar-esque videos in the past. Let's just say I make that video, and I'm actually able to make 10 million coins an hour. If someone else comes along and tries to do it after the method, they might only be making 8 million coins an hour. A, because of RNG. I just have that YouTuber luck. I'm lucky with random things and unlucky with everything else. For example, I've not gotten a single RNG drop, but I've gotten back-to-back Zella kills like 3 times. Or back-to-back 79 not Zella kills. But they'll be making less money because the price of glaciite items, so the armor and the jewels, dropped in price. This is very simple and it's kind of just basic economics. Supply increases, demand does not increase, thus price drops. But this can also happen in a little bit different context, where let's just say it'll make the same amount of money, but the items used to do that money-making method rise in price. For example, recently with the end update, there, you know how you can mine like the endstone geodes, like the different blocks? Yeah, those ones, so you mine the people who look different and destroy them. Yeah, that money-making method. When that got released, the price of Enderman, or Endermites, rose up in price exponentially, and as such, endstone. So there's 2 ways for this, but either one makes the money-making method worse. Either it is more expensive to do, or it makes you less profit. Now, there's a particular type of money-making method that is most susceptible to this, and I recommend you stay away from if you're watching videos on it. Any money-making method that is like actually doing something, for example, farming ghosts or automatrons or whatever it is, if someone makes a video on it, odds are it'll still work, just maybe not quite as good. But the ones that really get killed are the ones that's just a particular flip. Now, there's 2 different types here. First one I'm going to be going over, this is a YouTuber, you guys might know him, Dazzer. No offense to that guy at all. At least his name is easier to pronounce than Elon Musk's son. But the money-making methods he does most likely die pretty soon after he releases. For example, he have a money-making method where you craft, tarantula silk. And off rip, it makes you when he does it, it makes him a 5% and 10% profit increase or gain. Yeah, when you do it, you get like a 2%. That's because it's one particular flip. If more than like a few hundred people know about it, the price just drops and it becomes such a bad money-making method, the margins get smaller and smaller. But something that does still work is a generic flip. Here's what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but for example, spooky flips or winter event flips. I've done videos on both of these. And the thing about these videos is I go over a bunch of flips. It's not just one. There's like 20 that you can do. And with such a variety, one particular flip might not be as good. For example, phantom rods might not make as much profit, but werewolf skins might make more profit. So if there's a money-making method or flip method, generally speaking, it's not going to be as good. It's going to die after you upload the video, unless it's very, very broad. For example, if I was to make a video going over how you craft flipping Ultimate Wise $1 into Ultimate Wise $5 was to make you like 3 million coins, odds are the margins are going to get worse. But if I'm going over how you can craft flip any Ultimate Enchant book or any of the like Ferocious Mana books and make profit, odds are the price isn't going to decrease that much, and the margins are still going to be good because it's such a broad money-making method. But the flip methods dive bomb and blow up harder than 9/11. We all know how that went. Hey, at least it wasn't as bad as Japan. That's all I'm going to say. But here's the thing with both these methods, both the money-making method killer and the price increaser, inflator, I don't know. You will see the effects immediately. However, after some time goes by, they will end up settling back down. Now, it might be months or weeks or days, but the prices will eventually come back down to a more normal area. It might not be as good as it was before the video was uploaded, but it'll still be comparable. So that's the biggest thing with this. It's never permanent or long term. Eventually it will correct itself and it will either lessen in price if it's a price inflator, or the money-making method will be better or even out if it's, a money-making method. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to subscribe and comment your ideas down in the comments. I'm really curious to see what video ideas you come up with. It honestly, well, they actually could be really bad. I have faith in you guys. I think you can do that. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next one. Peace out.